is a personalized experience more valuable than an experience that everyone can have? I want you to imagine for a moment that you have a tailored suit, right? Would you pay more for a tailored suit? Why? Because it gives you a better fit, because it is suited to your needs. It is designed around you. And that's why a tailored suit is more expensive. It's more valuable. It is worth more than a suit that everybody else can get. And so in this video, ladies and gentlemen, we are covering another episode of Power Presentations, and we're talking about knowing your audience. When it comes to public speaking, knowing your audience in public speaking. Now, let's get going. So why is this so important? Well, if you want to impact effectively, you have to know what already impacts your client. Whether you're looking at it in business, for example, if you're in business, if you want to impact you effectively, you got to know what already impacts your client. But if you're a speaker, your client is your audience. So if you want to impact your audience effectively, you have to know what already impacts them. And when you do that, you will connect at a greater level with your audience. You will impact them at a whole other level, and you will get referred time and time again. So this is a model that I have discovered from Tony Robbins. Tony Robbins is such a veteran speaker. He's spoken in so many countries around the world, and I learned this process. This is the process that he does when he goes and speaks to all these different audiences, and he has a bit of a checklist. And so when I learned this checklist, I was like, oh my God, this is going to help me so much. So I started adapting it in my life, and I want to share that with you today. So this is called the BEND WIMP framework. So what does BEND WIMP stand for? So B is for beliefs. So these are some of the things. Before you go and speak to an audience, you want to try and find out, what are their beliefs? Like, why are they coming in the first place to you? What is important to your audience? You want to know all these beliefs, because that's going to get you to connect to them at another level, understand them more. What are they believing? Why are they coming in the first place? If you're speaking to a corporate, have they signed up themselves to come, or are they being asked to come on their own? What is going on in their mind? So why are they coming? So what are the beliefs? The next thing is evaluate. How is your audience going to evaluate you? Who are they comparing you to, right? What other speakers have they heard in the past? Who have they worked with? When you are speaking to them, what prior experience do they have on the subject that you're speaking to them about? What are they going to be comparing you to? What do they already know? So how are they going to evaluate you? This is critical as well. The next one is needs. What do they need? And sometimes people don't know what they need, right? When if I speak to people around video, for example, half the time people don't know what some of their needs are. They have assumptions, but what do you feel that they would need in order to help them go to the next level? So what are their needs? And this is so important to understand. And then the next thing you want to understand is, what do they desire? What is that thing that they read? What do they really want? What do they desire? What are their what are their wants? So you want to understand all of these things. And then we come to, so that's BEND. Then the wounds. What is hurting them? What is going on in their lives that is that is causing them pain? And this is critical, because it will get people to connect and pay attention to you so much more if you're addressing the wounds, if you're addressing the hurts, if you're addressing the pains that are going on in their lives, if you're addressing the things that are keeping them up at night. It's going to be very, very important. So what are their wounds? Then next, what are their interests? What are they interested in? What do they want to know? What do they love? What do they care about? What are their passions? It's so if you go and speak to a corporate, you find out that they have a team that plays football in the tournament, and most of the company goes to watch it. What are their interests? Understanding those can help you to adapt some of your examples to people. And so that's going to be very critical. So you want to understand what are some of the interests that people have. Then we go on to who are their models, their role models. So a great example is if you go into a company and you want to start speaking, you want to understand, who do people look up to in the company? Who are some of the people that are doing very well in the company? And once you find that out, you can go and actually interview those people that are doing very well. And then when you're speaking, you can actually give an example of Bob, who you've interviewed. Everybody looks up to Bob, and you say, what, I wanted to understand, why Bob was doing so well in his job. Like, what makes him very different? And I asked Bob what it was and what advice he had, and Bob said this. And now you're connecting because you're giving such a relevant example to people. But not only are you giving a relevant example to people, you're also acknowledging people within the organization. And then that makes people feel really special. So the next one is models, role models. Okay, so and then pride. What are they proud about? What successes have they had? So again, if you're looking at a company, what has the company achieved? What are the milestones? What are they proud of? You don't want to just talk about the hurts. You want to talk about what they're proud of. It's understanding the full picture. If you're talking to a brand new audience, what could they be proud about? If you understand the country that people are in, are they, they may be proud of what the country's achieved, etc. So understanding all of those things will allow you to create relevant examples for your specific audience. Again, and this is so critical because if you want to impact, you got to know what already impacts your client. So this was the BEND WIMP framework. So just very, very quickly, let me go through it again. BEND stands for beliefs, evaluate. Well, how are they evaluating you? The needs that your audience has, the desires that they have, the wounds that they have for WIMP, the interest, their models, the role models, their prides. So with that, I want to thank you very much for tuning in to today. Marika saying very, very important, 100%. Thanks, Marika. Always a pleasure to see you. This has been another in the series of power presentations. I want to thank you for tuning in. I appreciate you all. Use this. It will transform your presentations. And if you have not, please do subscribe to my channel, and I will see you on another episode real soon. Peace out, one love, and I'll see you on another episode real soon. Bye for now.